I decide to do market review every weekend because you need to know what happened the previous week, because it will help you and it will guide you on how you can make money in the coming week. So that is why I always do this market review. Aside that, this is just for the public domain. I just finished 2 hours in-depth analysis in my paid community where I've analyzed 26 stocks, and currently the ones that are ready to go are 5, and which I've shared with them. And by Monday, we'll be looking at taking position in these 5 stocks. But out of these 5, we're looking at 2 because of the training I've given them. You don't want to spread too much. You just want to look at 2 in the sectors and concentrate. So that is why I'm bringing this. So you in the public domain, if you analyze what I'm analyzing, you can see where the direction is going in the market and position early without wasting your time. So before we move on, my name still remains Investor Joseph, and you are welcome to the Financial Edge, where we teach about how to get your financial freedom through trade and investment. So these are the 2 areas. These are the 2 strategies we use in this channel to actually get financially free. So this is what we are going to look at today. So let's look at the all share index. So looking at the all share index, I'm looking at the weekly chart. So if you look very well, you see that the all share index has been going up. And the beautiful thing I like about this chart is the fact that it's being supported by volume. So you can see the volume here for 4 days, right? We've been getting a strong push, and that is why we are currently at the 109,710 basis points. So if you look at the chart very well, the yellow line I fixed there tells you the all-time high, which we expected the market to break. That is what we expected on Monday. We expected the market to shoot up to all-time high. And you know one thing about all-time high is you can't predict. You know, now when you are analyzing around this area here, you can tell that, okay, it will get to this point. But in all-time high, it is called price discovery. You can't actually tell when it's going to stop. So it will just be shooting. So that is the challenge about price discovery. And if you are on a stock and it is currently in a price discovery mode, you can't really tell when you're going to take profit. You just have to make a decision if 100% or 50% is okay for you. That is the only way you can survive such. If not, you will not be able to close your profit at the top. It is one thing that every trader should know. For example, you can check your portfolio is 10 million up. You can check again, it's 20 million up. You can check again, it's 50 million up. Check again, 100 million up. Check again, 150 million up. The truth is, now your portfolio is 150 million up. You can't take that 150 million. You can't sell and still have that 150 million because it is in human nature, and the market has a way of deceiving you that the price or the increase in your account will continue. So you just think the way it's going every day, that's how it will continue. Until you go the next day and realize that the market has dipped or the price is pulling back. That is when you will not be regretting that I would have sold here. And that is when, out of anger, you may decide to sell or to hold on. And if you hold on the next day again, it now go down again, you will now sell out of anger. Because why? You weren't able to determine that, okay, I'm fine with this. So it's always good to have I don't want to call it a grid level, but it's always good to have a system, a percentage you are fine with, the money you are cool with. If not, you make money and the market will take it back from you. So this is what I just want to share before we go on with this chart. So looking at the chart right now, you see how the market is printing hugely. And you see, if you want to use Forex term, this candle so far has not given chance for a fair value gap. So there is no inducement, there is no fair value gap to be filled. So that is why I'm saying we're going to see a new all-time high on Monday. So if we look at the daily chart, we're able to see what actually happened in the chart. So the daily chart will give us insight on how to actually know if we're going to break the all-time high or if we're going to get a bounce back. So you see, we had a little push in this area here for 8 hours, and these 3 candles tells us that on Monday we are going to see a break. And I've been waiting for such, and ensure in period like this, you want to ensure that you are fully invested. So what you'll be doing during this breakout is to take profit, because I expected a breakout and a retest. That is what I expected. So I expected a breakout, everywhere will be green, just like we had like a month down market. Yes, even though when it's down, a lot of stocks are not actually coming down. So I want to see a breakout, and the market started going, and everything is shooting up, 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 and people are jumping in. I have to jump in. People now FOMO. So when you now get to that point, you want to easily take some profit, even though you are not closing all of your trade. Maybe just take 50% each from all, so that you have some cash, because profit taker will set in. If you did not go early than them, if you did not if you did not get in, if you did not sell, if you do not take profit faster, these guys will come and take profit, and you'll be holding your bag, and you see it coming down here. And we expect this area to hold before we continue on another trend. And this area should serve as a massive support region, just like we have in this area here. So that is what I expected from this area. So we'll keep watching, and I'll keep updating you guys so we know how to go about it. So that is a short update about it. So let's quickly jump through the numbers that actually happen in the market. So a total turnover of 2.6 billion shares worth 63.7 billion in 77,593 deals was traded this week by investors on the floor of the exchange, in contrast to a total of 2.64 billion shares valued at 77 billion that exchange earned last week in 86,000 deals. So you can see that last week we actually had much transaction. So that's to give you insight that this all share index that we just checked is going to break out, and that breakout tells us that the market is about to go crazy. So this is not the time you want to be in cash. You actually want to be invested. So the financial services measured by volume led the activity chart with 1.5 billion shares valued at 28.963 billion traded in 32,805 deals, thus contributing 59.08% and 45.41% to the total equity turnover volume and value respectively. The service industry followed with 286.833 million shares worth 1.711 billion in 6,280 deals. Third place was the consumer goods. Guys, you understand what I'm saying? The first financial services and the second is service industry, and now we are in the consumer goods. So you see that this is where money is. So trading in the top three equities, namely FCMB, Access Holdings, and Tantalizer, measured by volume, accounted for 600.684 million shares with 6.570 billion in 7,201 deals. This contributes 23% and 10% to the total equity turnover and volume and value respectively. So these are the transactions that actually happen, and top volume is actually in this area. So you're looking at Tantalizer, got a lot of volume, and we look at FCMB and Access Holdings. So if we look at transaction based on the days from Monday to Friday, you see that we have deals. We have more deals on Monday, and we have more deals on Friday. And if you look at total turnover, we have more on Thursday, and we followed by Wednesday. And if you look at turnover, we actually made good turnover on 19th, that's 19 billion, which was Wednesday. And if you look at stock traded, the highest was on Friday, and stock that advanced, we saw 39 on Monday and then 41 on Tuesday, which shows that there's a lot of green market on Tuesday. And stocks that declined, we saw IS on Monday, followed by Tuesday and Wednesday. And stocks that remain unchanged, the IS was actually on Friday, which we had 72. So if you look at what we've just explained, the financial services still owed a huge chunk because of our banks and a lot of transactions. And one beautiful thing about the bank stock is the fact that you can easily go in and easily come out. Not like other penny stocks that if you buy, you might find it difficult to actually sell. Not penny, even there are some stocks that are not too liquid, like Better Glass also is not too liquid. That fact that it's not liquid is actually challenging to investors who want to come in with volume. So we also have the financial service also, which I've explained, and we have the services, and we have the consumer goods. You can see consumer goods is gradually gaining strength, and we also have other sector. So we're looking at the services sector. I want you guys to pay attention to it because it seems money is coming to this area. So let's look up. So these are some stuff that actually made. We have VetGrief 30, 17 deals, 85,000, and this is the value. And we have New Gold. This is it, 19. So it has 36 deals, and volume is 306. So we have. We move to the bonds. So a total of 121,749 units valued at 118,695 million were traded this week in 56 deals, compared to a total of 169 unit value at 173.3 million transacted last week in 30 days. So you can see FGN Sukuk 2027. You see all the transactions that are here. So you can see FGN Sukuk 2032. You can see that, I told you guys, if you watch my video here, I showed you that you can actually sell your Sukuk, because that has actually discouraged a lot of people that want to invest. They thought they will not be able to sell. So I've actually shared that you can actually sell your Sukuk bond before maturity. It only comes with some charges. So let's look at the all share index, which I've explained. So let's look at the movement. So the all share index and market capitalization appreciated by 0.9% to close the week at 109,710 basis points, and that amounts to 68.953 trillion respectively. Similarly, all other indices finished higher with the exception of NGX Premium and NGS Lotus 2 indices, which depreciated by 0.05% and 0.92% respectively. So if you look at the all share index, if you look at the NGS index table here, you see that a lot of indices closed positive. If you look at it, and year to date, we only have 1, 2, 3 that is negative. And if we come to this change also, we have like 3, and we also have others. So if we look at the main board, you see what is going on. If we look at way to date, you see we only have 2 stocks that are negative. So these are indices that you can use to track different industry. You can look at the NGS Premium Index, you can look at banking index, pension index, insurance index, the ASEM index, FAR Bank Value Index. You can see the Merry Growth, oil and gas, Lotus, industrial goods, growth, software, a lot of them. So you can track what is going on and where volume is actually going or coming from. So let's quickly move to, you can see the all share index and the NGS 30 are actually in the same trajectory. So they are tracking each other because they track stocks also. It's just that all share index track all the stocks, while NGS 30 track the 30 most capitalized stock. So there are some price changes that we need to see. So 62 equities appreciated in price during the week, lower than 68 equities in the previous week. So appreciation of prices last week wasn't much. So 32 equities depreciated in price, higher than 28 in previous week, while 56 equities remain unchanged, higher than 52 recorded in the previous week. So this is the area I always want us to look at, because sometimes gainers this week can become losers next week, and losers next week can become gainers this week. So you need to pay attention. So last week, this is what happened. Somebody made 46% for buying Better Glass. So it opened at 160 naira 65 kobo and closed at 235.05, which you see it gained 74 naira, and that amount to 46%. And Champions Brewery also 480. I did a video where I recommended this stock. If you follow that call, where is the call again? So this is the call here. So if you follow this call, you should be in profit in Champions Brewery. But if you did not follow this, I think you should follow this one. If you follow this one, I think you should be in profit also. Then, if you did not follow at all, you should follow this one again. If you did not follow this one again, I think maybe you're just joining new and you should just pay attention for the next one I'm going to call, and you can make your profit from it. So let's jump back. And Caverton also did another good one. I also gave a call on this. You should be 37% true on this also. So FTN cocoa processors also did good number, which is 36%. Those in my community actually enjoying this because we share it in our monthly meetings, and I also explain why there is need for you to buy this stock below 2. And those who key in will be smiling with 36%. And FGN Flour Mills also did a massive one and gained 32%. And MPF Microfinance also from 195 to 258 gained 32%. And Nemit, which I shared here for those of us who are following up, I shared Nemit here. You can see this is the price I asked you to buy at 3, but don't follow this 620. It might even shoot beyond these, but be satisfied with whatever you have. That is what I want to share. So even at 370, you are 20% up. Let's say you use 5 million to do that, and now you have 10% and you have 20% of 5 million. That will give you ₦1,000,000. So if you sell, that's a good one. Let's even say you use 100,000, you've made 20,000 naira. This is 3 days ago. 3 days ago, guys. So it's not that maybe it's too far. So this is name it for you. I sing, I sang, I beat the drum, did video, do everything for you to go in. 26% up. Amazing. So we have May Baker 10 to 12, that's 25%. We have Chela Rams, which has done 25% also from 1040 to 1305. We also have MC Nikos. I shared this with my community also, gave them the price to buy, and now up 24%. So let's quickly jump to top losers. If you open your eye very well, you might see some stocks to buy in these top losers, and you can see some stocks you regret why you're not taking profit and you allow your gains to be eroded by the market. So Motivas Mining and Exploration open at 10 and is down to 8, lost 1.95 naira, that's 19%. And we have Union Deconsult open at 8.45, close 7.45. That's one, it lost 1 naira. That is 11.83% down. We have NACO from 83 to 75 and lost 8 naira. And this should be partly the markdown for NACO added to this, which closed at 9.64. We have University Press open at 4.83 to close at 4.40, which is minus 8.9%. We have Legend Internet open at 9 to close at 8.40, which is 60 kobo, and this gives us 6.67%. And we have International Energy Insurance open 182 and close at 170, gave 12 kobo to the market, which is negative 6.59. And we have Dangote Sugar open at 39.90, close 38, that's 190, negative 4.76%. And we have Aiko Insurance, which is 1.67, and here it gives us 1.6, lost 7 kobo, that's negative 4.19%. And Deep Capital also open 102 and closed 99 and 0.03, that's negative 2.94. So First Oldco, which is First Bank, open 26, close this amount. So you can see what happened in the market and companies that actually gave up their gains. So let's move to price adjustment. These are companies so far that have adjusted their price based on dividends. So Champion Breweries open at 480 and with a dividend of 6 kobo, this brought the price to 474. We have Ikeja Hotel open at 13.45 kobo with the dividends of 3 kobo. This gives us 13.42 kobo. NACO Aviation open at 83. Dividends was on 5 naira 94, and it has been deducted. Current price 76. I told you guys that is what added to that loss. We have Seplat also open at 5,700, and the dividend is 111.7 kobo, and which brought down the price to 5,588.93. Lafarge Africa 81.95 and 4 declare 4 naira, and this has been deducted and the price is now 77. And we have Abbey Mortgage. Abbey Mortgage is 25. Are you serious? I never knew this price has moved like this. Abbey has moved to 25. That is amazing. Let's quickly check. How come I missed this? Although those people have taken trade on Abbey should be in profit now. So let's quickly check Abbey, because I know when I recommended Abbey, it wasn't at that price. Let's see. Abbey Building Society. Okay, I think it's another one. Okay, great, great, great. I was wondering. So, Abbey Mortgage Bank, 25, Ciscobo. There's something about Mortgage Bank that I shared it with my community also that you need to know. Something big is coming for these banks, them. So you have to watch. So we have First Bank also. Last price was 7, and dividend was 6, and the current price that's First Oatco. So that's some informations you need. And federal government of Nigeria listing of FGN savings bond for April. So you can see the April FGN savings bond that we have here. So you can see the listing 16%. Look at the amount issued, look at the unit, look at the coupon. The coupon is 16, for 3 years is 17%. So the tenor to 3 years. So you can see issue date 16 2025, maturity date is 16 April 2027. Same with D25 and 2028. So coupon payment date is 16 of July for those who apply in April, and 16 October, and 16 January, and 16 April. 4 times in a year. So with this, we also get federal government of Nigeria supplementary listing of agent saving bond for these. So we see everything here. So these are just some sharp information I just want to share with you guys. And let me know in the comment section if you actually enjoy this. If you want me to add anything you want me to add, and anything you want me to subtract, your suggestions are welcome. So let's build this. The goal is this should give you an overview of what happened in the market for busy professionals that might not have time to follow up the market every day. So you just listen to just a 20-minute video, you're able to get everything that you need, and that will help you to focus in the market. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget our goal, we want to hit 500 subscribers this month. So ensure you share with your family and friends, share it with your enemies, so that we can hit 500 subscribers this month. And by next month, June, we hit 1,000 subscribers. So guys, thank you once more for joining, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that I get notified when I post enriching videos like this. Until I come your way again, keep making money and keep impacting your community. I love you all, my friends. Bye.